Everybody, I'd like to call to order the August 4th, 2025 regular city council meeting. Please turn off or silence your phones. Up first is flag salute. Councilor Wiles.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Next up is roll call.
A silent roll call has been taken and a quorum is present.
Thank you. We have no minutes to approve since we did not have a meeting the last time. Next up would be, petitions, communications, and citizens' requests. If there's anybody in the audience that'd like to step up to the podium, please state your name, where you're from, and we'd happy to hear what you had to say. Okay. Next up, reports. Council President, I do not have anything. Standing committees, administrative, economic, or finance? Nothing at this time. City councilors.
Yes, I have a quick report. One is that I've attended 2 sessions for Build Maine and the Economic Development Council of Maine, just to learn about what other towns are doing for economic development and success. So I learned a lot of different things, and I think there's some good things that we should be looking at, especially as we go into our next planning cycle. But there's a lot of work being done on codes that are being favorable for towns. And so one of the things I would like to request is if we could have a workshop with the departments, if the council could have a workshop, I'd kind of like to learn where each department is and what are some of their priorities, and maybe with a little bit of a deeper understanding of what's going on with our codes and whether or not we need to be looking at them to help us with anything that we want to do in our city. So.
Well, I can talk with Bill about that and see what we can set up. I don't know if it has to be multiple because of several departments, or if we can bring it all into one.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of codes.
Yeah. So.
Well, or we could do something separate just on codes, but I think that, you know, after the budget cycle we went through, it'd be good to kind of get a good understanding, especially as a newer counselor, what our departments are doing and their priorities, so that we can go into the full 12-month planning to really help understand what we can do short-term and longer-term.
Okay. So, Bill, I'll reach out to you. Talk about that. Thank you, Charlene. Any other counselors? City Attorney.
No.
Thank you, ma'am. Special committees. And then City Manager, please.
I've been putting together information for Toby Denton on the property across from the Peak Cove Cemetery. I've got that out to Christie, so we'll be bringing that back for the August 18th meeting for council consideration on that piece of property to sell to Mr. Denton. You'll see later on in the agenda we have 68 Lincoln Street on here for demolition, but one of the things that we wanted to bring back at the same time, we'd put out, as Travis had discussed, on 85 VZ about possibly demoing that, but we didn't hear back from any of the contractors. And looking at that property, we could potentially put that back out to bid, so the same footprint could be built on that existing foundation. So if we wanted to consider that, to have us put that back out for someone to possibly look at, they could take the house down and then rebuild on that same footprint. You can't expand on it, but you could build on the footprint itself.
Can I ask you a question that's sort of related to that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too about Veazey Street. If they tear that house down, why can't they build on the same footprint?
They could.
I mean, because aren't a lot of those old lots grandfathered as far as when codes were and lot
Yep.
sizes were done? So
Yep,
that
so-
really is not a lost lot.
No.
Because they could have the same size house on there, only it has to just be within that footprint.
Yep. So we can put that back out.
Yeah. And the other question, 85?
VZ.
The place that you're talking about, you said VZ Street, right?
Yep, 85
Okay,
VZ.
so There's one for sale now. It's the one next to that or the one after that?
I don't know.
Further down.
It's
It is
further down, yeah.
Okay. all right.
Or further up, coming from your way.
Coming
it's
my
before.
way, yes, yeah. It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure that's the same house, okay, thank you.
It's got like a tarp on the roof.
Yep. Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
blue tarp.
Sorry
Yep.
to interrupt.
We're working on the chicken ordinance, which we have a draft of that, so we'll bring that back for the August 18th meeting for your consideration, so you can see that. Quite a lot of information in there, so we'll take a look at that. The pool will close down at the end of this month. I've been in contact with Mark Mariano from Western Sutherland just to find out. He's the one who did the last pool evaluation, just to see if there's anything there that we'd be concerned about, if we had to drain the pool or anything. And he said there isn't. That's what the decision is, and we can drain the pool with no adverse impact to the building itself.
Any mention from the school what they might do with that piece?
Haven't heard. I know they're interested in it.
But we still own it though, right, the building?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, yeah.
Yep. I know that they've reached out to Carpenter Associates just to talk to them to get an evaluation on the building. But I haven't heard back from Matt where they're at with that. Boy, I wish I could read my handwriting here. Yes, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, National Night Out in the park. Basically promoting police-community partnerships, so starts at 5 p.m. There'll be food there and a few events, so anybody, please feel free to stop down. And then on Friday, we have movie night at 8 p.m., which is the, I believe, the Wild Robot will be the will be the movie there. So that's it for me.
EJ, you good on help with that tomorrow night? Good? Okay. Thank you, Bill. Any questions for Bill? All right, consent agenda, we have none, and public hearings and second reading of ordinances, we do not have any as well. Next up is old business. The city council will consider accepting the lowest bid of $5,500 from Thornton's Construction for the demolition of the house at 68 Lincoln Street. There were 2 bids received from Thornton's Construction for $55,000, Streets Landscaping for $10,000. Council Virgilio.
Resolve the Old Town Council accepts the lowest bid of $5,500 from Thornton's Construction for the demolition of the house at 68 Lincoln Street. That also includes an agreement with Thornton's that the work needs to be substantially completed by September 30th, 2025.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Linda? Any discussion, questions?
I have a question.
Sure.
It just seems like a huge amount in between. Was there something?
Typically, our bids usually come in around 55, 5,600.
And is that going into our landfill?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Any other questions? Right. All those in favor? So moved. New business. The pollution control facility has considered purchasing 2 slide gates for the chlorine contact chamber. The existing gates have failed and cannot be closed. This is a budgeted item. We have received 3 bids. Only 1 company came to inspect and measure the existing gates. The pollution control director recommends accepting the bid with Whips Incorporated in the amount of $28,150 for 2 gates. There were 3 bids accepted. Rodney Hunt for $21,000 per gate, Whips Incorporated for $28,150 for 2 gates, and RW Gate Company for $25,600 for 2 gates. Council Wiles.
So the motion per the director's recommendation is that resolved, the city council accepts the bid for the slide gates from Whips Incorporated in the amount of $28,150. This will come out of account number 80-804-40-5830, equipment repair and maintenance.
All right. Do we have a second?
I'll second, and I have a question.
Okay, Dave, and we'll discuss.
The Whip's the one that came look at it, Dave?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Any reason that we're taking Whips over RW, who would do it for about $2,500 cheaper?
The only reason is the Whips guys actually came and looked at it, measured it. We just got a good feel from them. And we talked to engineers. Any of the 3 companies would be fine. So,
Okay.
when they came too. That was their all-in price. And the other two bids seemed like that didn't include everything, so we only had one company that actually came and gave us a total package for the
I see.
job.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? All those in favor? So moved. Next up, the city council will consider going into executive session for the purpose of discussing economic development matter. Council McLeod.
Resolve the Old Town City Council hereby approves going into executive session pursuant to Title I MRSA, Section 405, subsection 6C, for the purpose of discussing an economic development matter.
Second.
Nope. Thank you, Zach. All right, all those in favor? So moved. All right, thank you, everybody.